Violence has broken out in several cities across Mexico, hours after the army confirmed it had killed one of the country's most feared drug lords. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, better known as El Mencho, was the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. He was shot in a dawn raid and died from his injuries. Mexico said the operation was carried out with U.S. intelligence. Will Grant reports.
This is a major turning point in Mexico's fight against organized crime, the reported killing of one of the country's most powerful cartel leaders. Operations like this rarely happen in isolation. They involve years of intelligence gathering, coordination across borders, and high political stakes. With U.S. intelligence reportedly involved, this development raises important questions about bilateral security cooperation, cartel retaliation, and the broader strategy to curb fentanyl trafficking. What happens next may prove just as consequential as the operation itself. Historically, the removal of a high-ranking cartel figure has often triggered short-term instability. Security analysts refer to this as fragmentation violence, where rival factions compete for control after leadership is disrupted. While authorities may describe such operations as strategic victories, the immediate aftermath can place civilians at significant risk. It's also worth noting that fentanyl trafficking has become a central issue in U.S.-Mexico relations, increasing pressure on both governments to show decisive action. The question for viewers is this: does targeting top leaders weaken cartels long-term, or does it simply reshuffle power within criminal networks? This moment underscores the complexity of modern counter-cartel strategy. Removing a powerful figure may disrupt trafficking routes and signal government resolve, but
Jordi Labraya is an independent journalist based in Mexico. He gave us this update.
Well, it's been nearly 12 hours since the news spread out that El Mencho, the most wanted criminal, not only in Mexico or the United States, but globally in the world, was killed, was held by the authorities, and then when he was transported to Mexico City in a plane to a hospital, he passed away. So the reactions were immediately violent across all over Mexico. In 9 of the states in Mexico suspended school classes for tomorrow, and in at least 15 states have been road blockage and violent reactions from cartel members. So it's really messy in Mexico now, and the government hasn't spoke openly about it, just briefly, and we're in a state of fear and waiting for more actions to be held by cartel members. We know that we're going to face violent actions. We're facing a war in Sinaloa because of the transportations of, in a matter of speaking, of El Mayo to the United States. So that it was a huge leader also. But this specific killing from in the hands of Mexican authorities, we're expecting that we're going to have more violence, and the Mexican government obviously is calling to peace and calling to calm, but there is no calm. There are many businesses being burned, many roads being closed by criminals, and trailers, particular cars being held by criminals and then burned. So we're in a war zone specifically.